Hey there, everyone at FeatherFall TableTop Gaming and everyone on Twitch. Welcome to the Gateway Wars, brand new D&D live stream homebrew game made by me, Harvey Barrel. Let's go around to our players and have them introduce themselves before we get to their characters. Steven, how about you?
All right. Hi, I'm Steven the Demon. If you're not familiar with me, thank God. So, we're over here playing some D&D with the boys and girls. And, we're, streaming live at the Oddball Show. Yeah, that it. Who next? You to that area. Or maybe that area.
Go for it. Yes, Art.
Hi, I'm Art. So we, well, I've been not much going on with me, so just gonna say hi to everybody. Thanks for having me, and excited for this campaign. It was really interesting when I read it. I was like, hey, you know what would be a good idea for this dark, kind of serious story? Hillbilly. Why not? So yeah, and if you guys anything, I do have an Instagram. If you guys want to follow my art. It's Arturo Hernandez Art. Follow me there. Check out my stuff.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, I am Marlo. I do a lot of things. So I have a podcast called Sins of the Father. I also play a bard on that. I know we haven't gotten to the character who I'm playing this time, but that's a very different bard than this bard. So you're not going to get the same experience, I swear. I am a player and an editor for that show. I have 4 live streams I'm currently working on. So I have a Wednesday night Cult Divinity Lost game over on DLive. That's DLive/transient. That one's got a content warning on it, very intense content warning. So yeah, watch yourself if you catch that one. Additionally, I also am on Fridays. I am on Atomic Apocalypse on Encounter Roleplay. That's from 2 to 5 Central Time. And then I'm here on Saturdays. And then I also just got signed up for a show on Other Doc Channel. I think that'll be 10:30 p.m. Central Time, called Witch Hunt. So I am excited. That is in a system I have never played before called Spells, and I'm excited for it. So check me out. You can find me on Twitter at Marlo Bogwitch. And yeah, follow me.
Thank you.
I'm Styx. I've been playing D&D for about 2 years and was instantly addicted. And today I thought I'd bring in a new character to the game called Thalgris Eventide. He is a Ravenite Black Dragonborn Twilight Cleric.
You got anything else going on with you right now?
No, just work, actually. Yeah, busy with work. Work
Adulting.
in the games industry, so.
And I'm Harvey Barrel. I will be your storyteller for this evening, and I'll be running a high fantasy, slight sci-fi, kind of grim, dark adventure. And I'm also helped by my co-GM, Smash.
Hey, what up? I'm Smash, and I will be involved here sporadically. I'm currently the note keeper and spirit of knowledge, so anything the players need to know or remember, I will have accounted for in this tome of mine. All
right. So this is the Gateway Wars. This is going to be it is a land that has seen countless generations and countless civilizations rise and fall over the aeons of time. We're missing a demon. Maybe I shouldn't continue.
I'm here fixing a cable.
Oh, okay. The time of ancients have come into downright mythology now. There's so much that the people have forgotten, the land's forgotten, that has become a time of medieval society, and there's been some tensions brewing. This has been a mostly peaceful land, this continent of Gardinia where our players will start. the continent of Gardana, and they're on their way to the kingdom of Gardinia, the capital of this continent. There are several smaller city-states and smaller countries that have their own sovereignty, but they all sort of give homage to the city that was the foundation for this continent's culture. The characters seem to come from a varied walks of life. And they've come here, and they all seem to be having the same goal in mind, in the sense that they all have plans in the big city. And if we'd like to go into further detail about our characters before I go into actual story intros, let's go through there. Who would like to start?
Falgris actually comes from the city of Rune. He lives with his uncle, who is a bit of a crazy, eccentric kind of guy, bit of a conspiracy theorist, and he believes things such as all left turns are right. And he does have a father who lives on the other side of the world, who's a bit of a nobleman, but other than that, he's starting out. He's currently in service to Shah, the mistress of the night, and he's trying to find his way in the world.
And to point out, the land of Rune that he mentioned is actually from another continent from across the sea, and he's trying to spread the good word on his pilgrimage.
Hello, I am playing Turquoise Ferguson. I am a magical user with daddy issues. We're gonna leave it at that. We'll see what happens with me. Maybe I'll open a tavern. Maybe I'll find a nice gal and settle down. Or maybe, not that. I don't know. We'll find out. Keep the mystery alive.
Gives me room to work with. Next.
Hi, I'm playing a half-elf elven pugilist. He's a little not that not that smart, but he good at hitting things. I think he does his daddy. Daddy showed him how to do it. Yeah. But you know what's also good? I don't know, you told me. Still trying to figure it out. I'm just trying to... He's learned a lot from his dad to become a pugilist, and he's just trying to figure out a way for him to better himself, maybe make himself feel like he's worthy of his I guess you can say, high-achieving family. And with his struggling with his little birth defect, he tries to break through that, see if he can continue, if he should.
Thank you. And last but not least...
So I am playing Ariana. She is a Aasimar bard who has seen some shit. What shit? We'll find out. But she has lost a lot of people very important to her, and she is a very different sort of bard. Like I said earlier, she is quite darker than anticipated. So yeah.
All right. Now I gotta take care of some important things and get them out of the way. Is that we've got a couple of sponsors here. We have Found Familiar Coffee, a delicious brewing company that makes you the hot pot of coffee to keep you awake for all your gaming needs when you're going late into the night. Some of us here online right now are from different time codes. I believe it's way early for Styx, but really late for Steven.
Oh no, I'm good. Yeah, this is like I probably don't go to bed for another 8 hours.
You're mad.
Probably.
And we also have Skull Splitter dice that make a variety of D&D themed dice. They got metal dice as well. They're very shiny. I wish I had a set to show off to you right now. But if you watch some of our other streams, I'm part of a Star Wars stream on currently on Mondays, every other. We display and show off those dice. So come over to that stream if you ever want to check those out. So that's on FeatherFall Tabletop Gaming. We've got Skull Splitter dice and Found Familiar Coffee. All right, so let's start off the adventure. Today we're going to start with Styx. Styx, you've been in the land of Gardenia for just a few months now. Not enough to really get your bearings on the overall land, but you have a good understanding of your local woods, where you're staying with your uncle. You were also sent with a young acolyte who has been trying to learn under you and study under you. He's to help you build a new church at the exterior wall of Gardenia's citadel. The acolyte's name is Torben Phyllis, if you want to know. Torben is a bright-eyed human. How old is your character, Styx? Can't hear you. You might be muted.
He's 37.
37. Okay. So this is a young 17-year-old acolyte. This person's it's his first pilgrimage. This is your first pilgrimage going overseas. You've done a handful over on your side of the world. But he's bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and he follows direction and listens to the orders, and he's all about the mysteries of life, and he's wanting to learn the secrets from you. Now, your uncle, did we get a name for him? I do apologize.
Yes, his name is Falgren.
What was that? I'm sorry.
Falgren.
Thogrin?
Falgren. All right.
So, Thelgrin, he, I, come to the table, I've drawn you a map. It's a good map. Avoid all dangers. Avoid the bears. It's low season. Not very good foods. Right now, the bears, very hungry. They might try to come and chomps on you. Here, and he's just, you see all, what looks like a standard map, but he has drawn the most curly-cued path and route with all these different markers all over it, what to avoid. He's like, there's dryads over here in these woods, there's hungry bears over here, there's been known, kobold infestations near the mountains. But the path looks like it'll take 3 times as long to try to get to the city from where you're at, as opposed to a straight shot through the woods. Yeah, if you...
Don't worry, Uncle.
I'll tell you, you go there, you turn here, you go there, you're fine. It'll take you 2 weeks. 2 weeks tops. No problem.
Don't worry, Uncle. I'm sure we'll be fine. You made sure we actually got to visit the goblins, correct?
The goblins? Well, yeah, we don't have to worry about them right now. Their mating season's over. They're not as wily.
Well, I trust you anyway.
Here, follow the map. Don't deviate. He hands it off to you. Here's your pack. Here's some rations. Safe travels.
You didn't put the nuts in this one, did you?
No. They're in Thal's bag. They're in his bag.
Right, good. You know how I puff up when I have nuts.
It's the darndest thing. Your scales get all bristly. And with that, he kind of shuffles you out the door, towards your destination of Gardenia Castle. We're going to segue over to Art. Aaron Turnbuckle. Your father's mill has had a bit of a snag. The giant saw blades that you and your family's crew usually work with finally was on its last legs. You knew it was going to snap at any time now. It should have gone ages ago, but today was the day. He's finally having to shell out the money, and your father's kind of stingy. Even though the other side of your family is a little bit more well off, he still sticks to his roots about his frugality. So he sends you with just enough money with to replace the saw blades that are needed from the city. They've already been ordered, and because word was sent to your mother's side of the family that's in the city. The order has already been placed. It just needs to be picked up and paid for. You're sent with the foreman, who's been teaching you a sweet duck uppercut. Just really about getting in their face and then ducking down and hiding, and it's almost like a quick sneak attack, almost with a nice straight punch to the jaw. And the foreman is also a human, but almost of dwarven stock. It would seem like he is almost as wide as he is tall, and his name is Brahmin Thorfist. And he's to accompany you. You guys don't have any horses or spare. There's no rides, no carts, no wagons. You're gonna basically sling the big saws over your guys' backs, the two of you, and walk it back. It's one of those giant 2-person saws on back and forth. Also, the same with you, Styx. For Thalgris, is that you guys don't have any steeds of any kind. It is a walk on foot. And while you are you're sent with this task, he gives you a little bit of extra money, your starting gold, to buy any other things that you might need from town or that you might want, some novelties, gift shop stuff. He knows how rare it is you get to go to the city, so he's letting you have a little bit to play with.
Thank you.
Now remember, don't spend it all in one place. If anyone's trying to charge you too much, you just haggle them down. You gotta haggle them down. You never pay full price.
Never pay the price. Okay.
Full price.
Do I take it?
No, you don't. No, son, you don't take it. They want this much. You tell them this much. Then they're going to counter with that much, and you're going to counter with this much until you agree on this much.
So kind of like a fight, but with words.
Right, like a fight with words. Yes, son. Yeah, it's a fight with words where you're trying to when you try to sneak a hit, when they're not looking. It's the same thing. You're trying to sneak a word into their brain to convince them.
Like a sucker punch to the noggin, but with the sound from my mouth.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So, but remember, don't punch them unless they badmouth you or deserve it or something. But I mean, don't just don't punch and take stuff. If you know what I'm saying. Son, I worry about you.
I think I got yeah. All right. I think I got it.
All right, I love you, son, and give your love to your ma. I plan on seeing her in a couple months.
Will do.
That boy ain't right. So you're sent off with Thorfist, and you'll be traveling through the woods. And these woods are second nature to you, unlike Styx. And both of you and Styx are actually in the same patch of woods, the web shallow woods. And it's because there's just a lot of spider webs just within your paths. You're always walking through them. So the web shallows. No, like, giant spiders or anything like that has ever been seen in them. It's just, it's just the spider population. Then we're going to jump over down to Marlo, Ariana's character. Or, I just reversed that, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Ariana, Marlo's character. After Ariana fled the tragedy, been trying to find meaning, and spreading stories and tales of woe to prepare folk for the coming miseries of life. You found that in the land that you're in now, you traveled further south from your Shade Abbey to the nearest town of Rindo, and they were having circuses. They were having festivals. It was too soon and was not the right theme. And so you thought, further south, keep my travels going. Eventually you needed to hire a stoic, quiet Sherpa to get you through the arid mountains, to get you through and to the south, and also to help clear your head and to help you think of new stories, new soliloquies, new ways to perform, new time to study your art. And luckily, your Sherpa, Forbin, no, yeah, Forbin. We'll go with Forbin. Going with a lot of Orban names lately. A very quiet, stoic dwarf who, few words, lots of grunts. Kind of like The Witcher. Where, it's like he'll lead you along to a path and it will split and divide and he'll just... and you'll know. The path is rather treacherous. Unlike normal high mountain passes where it starts getting colder and wetter and snow, it's getting drier and more arid. Not hot. It's a cold dry where lips begin to chap and the skin begins to ache. As he's traveling down with you, he speaks to you. Shouldn't be much longer. One more travel around the pass, and you'll have 1 week of travel. You should be able to get to your kingdom. You remind me a lot of my daughter. Around your age. Not in demeanor, she's far too lively and happy and giddy, even. But I see a spark. Do not let the world pull you down too far.
I fear it's too late for that. This world is dark and deep and heavy, and the people, they live their lives like there's nothing to fear, nothing in the shadows, nothing behind the next corner. It's silly. One day they will learn.
It is true that one should worry about basking in the light. That's where things can see you. Each person has their journey. Each person has their trials and lessons to learn. They will learn yours, but there are more you should learn. Come, we have not much time. We're almost there. Once we're through this damn mountain, I will escort you to the castle. I have not much else waiting for me now.
What about your daughter?
I have not much waiting for me now. And he then continues his silent trudge with you, traveling down the mountainside. Turquoise.
Hello.
Turquoise Ferguson. You are having a push. There is a feeling, an impression, a pressure upon your mind. You feel a message, almost. Stop them. Power. Repel them. Strength.
Who?
You see a bright flash before your eyes, of just another set of eyes staring at yours. Glowing, red, deep, hungry, full of knowledge.
I've been looking for someone like you.
And I've been looking for someone receptive like you.
Not the word I would have used, but I'm in on it.
Find me.
Bro, you right here.
Grow stronger.
Alright, that's fair.
To the east. Head to the gate. Find
You
me.
got it.
And you awake in a cold sweat. You are in the middle of a field. Out in the middle of nowhere. There's like maybe some farmland. You're on a bit of a higher plateau, so you got a little bit of advantage. And there is no city around. You went to bed in your bed. In the lower quarters of the wizard's tower. Where your father has been housing your lazy ass?
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
And you can see maybe off in the distance a structure that could be a city of some kind, but you are well away from any civilization.
What direction is the city? North, south, east, or west?
To the west.
I'm just going to look off to the east. Can I see anything in the east?
You don't see anything in the east, but you do hear something coming from the west. When you turn away and you start hearing wagon wheels. And turning back, you will see that there's a halfling and a farmer with a horse-drawn carriage with some hay in the back. Very typical. And it's about dusk. It's the sun is just dipping over the horizon. And
I'm gonna approach him. I'm gonna approach him and say, well, I'm talking to myself right now, and I go, you know what? I ain't gonna get far on foot, and I'm gonna approach these two and go, gentlemen, wouldn't you believe it? 1 second you're practicing your wizard spells alone in the study. Next second, 2 portal spells go out of whack. You're in the middle of nowhere. Would you gentlemen be at all applicable to helping a poor wizard back to town?
Oh, a wizard, you say? I had no clue there were wizards out this far. Oh, yes, me and old Fergus here, my wonderful steed, we're happy to take you. Where you needing to go to?
Just heading to town in the west over there.
Oh, well,
it's not too out of my service, and I'm sure a well-respected wizard like yourself would repay someone like me for doing you such a duty, oh?
Oh, I mean, just met me and already trying to take every penny I have. Oh,
Oh, no, no,
Yeah.
not trying to get every penny. No. I just a little, maybe a little bit of magical fanciful to entertain me a little.
Well, that I do think I can do, and I am going to. I'm gonna cast a Eldritch Blast about 20 feet away from us and just blow up the ground, and then turn back to him and go, now how about that ride?
Oh, do you, do you want to ride up here with me or in the back and lay down?
I think I'll take a nap in the back. That last spell took something fierce out of me.
Oh, thank God. Oh, yes, oh, please, have a seat, yes, oh, thank you. All right, Fergus. Yeah.
And from here, I will show you where you're all ending up at. Just a moment. Here first, we have coming down the mountains. We have Ariana and her Sherpa down the mountain. Stephen the Demon passed out. Meeting our halfling and horse. Coming through the woods. Out of focus, I apologize. Is our pugilist and foreman. And then camping out for the night, lost in the woods, is our dragonborn cleric and his acolyte. Who's falling asleep? Yeah, the acolyte's asleep. Yeah, that's it. And yes, I got really bored today. So, where you're all starting here is that as the evening progresses on, the cart, which is a bed and two pedestals, but I'm just going to shove it over here. We come along to where our bridge is. Fortunately, our bridge is blocked. Right as the poor hobbit rears the reins. Oh, apparently we got a bit of a problem. I can't lift that myself. I'm definitely gonna need some help. And I mean, you got your big blasty spells and all, but I don't know if we're gonna be able to lift that up. While hearing this, Art, you and the foreman can hear the kerfuffle up ahead in the clearing that leads to the nearest road.
Mr. Foreman, there's something going on down there. You want to see what it is?
Well, it is getting dark. Maybe we can hunker down and see if someone else has a camp started.
Can, but don't we first gotta cross that right over there though? We got the bridge over there, right? We gotta go across that bridge first, don't we? At least get that.
No, we just walk around the log there. It'll be fine. And
Coming out of the clearing as you get closer, seeing the log, you do see the horse and carriage with the halfling riding atop.
I was going to say, at this point, can I be outside the carriage, just throwing Eldritch Blast after Eldritch Blast at this log, going, I ask for one simple thing. Take me to the city, and you cannot even get that right. And I'm just like going Eldritch Blast after Eldritch Blast at this log, just trying to move it.
That works out really well for everyone. Transition back. So
I think I fell for a trap.
blast after blast after blast, singeing away. Over here in the campsite, you do hear that across the river, you start seeing their Thalgris, is that across the river you can hear the blasting, and you can see that there's smoke and light and plumage coming from the distance, and there's only a little bit of woods here to kind of like muddle the vision, but you do see like above the tree line there's shining of light. And what type of light does your Eldritch Blast give off?
Just a bright purple explosive light.
So unnatural as hell.
Oh yeah, no, supernatural, real common purple fire,
Also,
just your everyday campfire.
finally coming down the mountain is our bard and Sherpa. And you guys are just on the other side and also come out into the clearing and can see just across the river on the other side of the bridge just a lizard man just hopping up and down, furious and mad, eldritch power and purple lightning and blast coming from his fists, just complaining up the wazoo. And a couple of townies. So now you know your locations.
Wonder why that little lizard man is so angry. With all this ruckus, he'll attract every hag within 20 miles. Have you ever seen what a hag can do to a lizard person?
Have you seen what a lizard person can do to a hag?
I've never seen a hag. I will take your word for it. You are a master of lore, are you not?
Every bit of lore I can find, I retain. For the good of the people.
Important.
So that was the thing, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, you're actually the closest to the ruckus that's going on, the blasting and the irate attitude.
Look at that little ding. Look at that. What are you doing?
Huh.
Hey, you.
Hell, you look like a bunch of young strapping lads. Oh, good. Maybe you can help me. We're trying to get past the bridge here, and we got this big old log, and I've got little arms. I can't be lifting, and he's got little arms, but he's very angry.
Eldritch Blast.
Oh, yeah, your hands do sparkle things, man. What the heck is that? What the heck was that? Hey,
It's magic. Yeah, it was definitely magic.
anything like this? Man, never seen magic before. Okay,
It's for those smart, highfalutin types.
like
I
my
resent
mama?
that.
No, you represent that.
You,
Fair.
Fancy duds.
Little spark man. Spark man, I can I think you should probably let us take care of this, because all you're really doing is making more of a mess. And for all we know, you're gonna probably break down this bridge right over here. I don't think we don't want that bridge still. We still want that bridge still. So if you wanna step aside, me and the foreman will take care of this.
I look at the little halfling that gave me a ride to this point and go, at least someone is useful, and I step aside.
What? I got the wheels. What of the other two newcomers to the party who are watching this little endeavor go as Turnbuckle and the foreman go over to the smoldering downed tree and begin to try to move it? And go ahead and give me an athletics roll.
13.
13. He also got a 13. So both of you well trained together, work together on the lumberyard. Both drop down, you squat down, use your knees, not your back. And you guys will be able to lift up and slowly start to scurry it out of the way. Meanwhile...
When you fool, I told you we should go left. Left is always... Wait, what's that over there?
Oh.
Someone more incompetent than you are.
Please, sir, I swear, I just did with them. I just followed the map.
Yes, but you went right when it's supposed to go left.
But, I mean, Uncle said that 3 lefts make a right, right?
That's right. Wait.
So, if that's right, and there's 3 rights, then there's 4 rights total. Which means we're left again, right?
I suppose.
What's that?
I guess.
What's that burning over there? And that horrid smell? It smells like the pits itself.
I wouldn't know, but let's go check it out.
Oh, I mean, after you, sir.
This way.
As you get closer, you do see, like, you get towards the bridge, and you start to recognize that at least one of the people carrying the log and shifting it over is a distant neighbor from the same woods. It is our Aaron Turnbuckle, who you don't necessarily, like, know on a personal basis, but it's one of those, like, you see the neighbor way down way, and you're just like, hey. You have a friendly respect, but no real personal interactions.
Oh, Aaron, why are you here?
Well, the blade broke, and then we gotta go back and go get a new one, and then I gotta move this log, and then all these things. That person over there did a thing with the hands, and yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. How are you?
Yes, well, we've been on a journey, but someone led us in the wrong direction.
I swear, I'm just following the directions.
Hard to get good help these days, huh, big guy?
Yes, indeed. I like that color. Can you do it again?
100%. And I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast near the feet of the people who have been so kind as to help me move this log.
Can you roll a spell attack for me?
You got it, my guy. I'm sure this'll go great. Let's see. My... And rolling. 17 plus 4.
You zap exactly where you're aiming. Right
Perfect.
by the feet. No singeing of anyone's toes. It is at the feet of the foreman, who drops his and is like, "Holy crap, goddamn, where that? Why would you do that?" And Ariana, you've just come to the base of the hill with your Sherpa, and you saw the blasting, but now you're hearing the screaming, or not screaming, but the shouting and the angry yells of someone who's in distress, but you can't make out quite, unless you want to make a perception check.
Why not? 20. Quite perceptive.
You hear it exactly. It's like, "Well, why would you do that? Why would you shoot at me? I'm trying to help you, goddammit, blah, blah, blah." You're just irate. Word for word, you hear everything that had transpired. Besides the obvious blasting, you don't, with that perception check, you don't see that anyone's really... It doesn't look like they're on edge, except for maybe the halfling that's in the cart. But everyone else just seems to be like, oh, hey, like, travelers on the road, pretty common. No one seems to be banditing or raiding one another. Yet.
Well, let's go over there. I don't know what's going on, but it seems like that little wizard is making some trouble.
Never deal with magic. No good comes from it. ancient arts should have been long forgotten. Should never have tapped into them in the first place.
Can't say I agree with the sentiment, but sure.
You'll learn. You'll learn. And he shuffles beside you. The rest of you do note the presence of a couple of characters approaching this impromptu band, crossing the bridge over to you. And now would be a good time, I guess, for everyone to physically describe their characters?
Sure, so... Oh, go ahead.
Okay. I am a lizard folk, and I am a tall, red lizard folk. Very rat-like face. Like, if you looked at me, you'd be like, is it just me? Or does that lizard look a lot like a rat? Like, that's what you're dealing with here. Nose always just in the air. Always just a little too high for your liking. And, just real thin snake-like eyes. Just real upsetting to look at. Just a mean mugger.
I keep seeing the weasels from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yes, imagine them, but instead of clothes, just wizard's robes.
Stop that laughing! Do you want to end up like your cousins, the hyenas?
The Dragonborn you see is completely black from top to bottom. He's got a fairly noble stance, but he likes to wear his clothes inside out. It seems to be easier to wash that way. And he's wearing chainmail and does have a warhammer by his side.
And didn't you say the interesting detail that you have no tail?
Correct. No tail and no horns.
You should see the other guy.
Alright. I go see the struggling half-elf right now, which like, God the fuck? He looks like he's pretty fit. Short, small boy, about when you look at him, he's like, he just barely peeked over 5 foot, I think. He's got a tied back, his hair's tied back in like a top knot, sides shaved, and he's just wearing a big loose white shirt. More shirt on it because he used it to work most of the time. Some baggy pants, rolled up kind of like high waters, and yeah, got a little scuffs and bruises, but hey, those are just his little rewards, you gotta say.
I imagine Sokka being raised by the Swamp Tribe from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh yeah, same skin tone. Sorry, it's about like a darker skin tone. Like imagine Sokka.
Perfect.
You got him right there. A little bit bigger.
Oh,
in the muscle.
Skronky Sokka.
Ariana, as she moves closer, becomes a little more clear what this figure is. There's a hood, a black hood over her, the top part of her face, and you can see a gray mottled skin and gray hair that comes down and it sort of curls out on the end. There's not much else you can see about her. She's about she's like 5'8", so she's relatively tall for a woman, and she just strides forward and takes survey of everyone without saying anything.
Know any songs to make people work faster?
I know many songs, but none that help them
didn't. I was gonna say that did not answer the question, but that last part did. Are you strong enough to lift a tree?
Hello, foreman.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, let's get this.
He's struggling with it a little bit, but he's got a handle of it.
they start to shift and maneuver the log little bit by little bit while this kind of weird meet and greet is occurring. They kind of shuffle past, and Thalgris, there's like, sorry, man, just, pardon me, just, you gotta, hold on. And just kind of bumps and, like, gets to the side of you, and then finally helps Art finish with the dumping of the log. Where y'all headed? The foreman's asking kind of everyone.
City, over west. That way.
Yeah, Gardenia? Yeah.
If that's what it's called, that's where I'm going.
And Steven, that is where you're from and where the wizard's tower is.
Oh, yes, home. Oh, how I long for thee.
I was sent off with a whole bunch of extra hardtack. I'm willing to share. Got a little place over here, probably good for camping off the side. You're all welcome to join.
Oh, do we not travel at night?
I mean, gets cold.
Nighttime travel is the best travel, don't you know this?
I like this guy.
Oh, maybe we try to do you guys can do a hard march. I was just, safety in numbers, wild animals, just. All right.
Dark hides too many secrets. Camp is a good idea.
Yeah, woman of reason here. I'm not sure about the scaled folk. Are you
What do you think, big guy? Think you could take a bear?
I can take on anything, but anything is going to be better than the useless skills of my navigator here. I say we camp.
I'm telling you, I followed the directions. I'm sorry, sir. I can only apologize so much. I'll start the fire. How's that? I'll make it up to you.
He scampers off.
Come on.
Oh. No, that wouldn't work. Disregard.
Were you gonna try to Eldritch Blast the fire?
That's, you're asking questions you know the answer to.
For those at home, that's force damage and not fire damage. So the fire would not
Not even a little
erupt, but
bit.
the wood would
Nope.
definitely explode.
You're kind of making me want to, so continue before I do.
So everyone starts to gather around. The halfling brings down some hay from behind his wagon. He circles the wagon around, unhitches the horse, and you guys there is a nice clearing. It's slightly up a hill, and there is slight merriment. Strangers on the road, and no one trying to shank one another, minus some zappy zap. The foreman shares the bountiful, extra hardtack that he has, so no one has to worry about a ration for the evening. The acolyte starts the fire, barely, but does get the fire going. The Sherpa is off to the side silently with a small bit of herbs in a mortar and pestle, and he's using that to create some spice that he's actually helping, adding to people's hardtack and whatever rations. This will make the evening more tolerable and get a little zest. And
Anything to make this more tolerable.
And overall, the night is the campsite is a undisturbed camp. If there's any banter or talk that you would like to do now, you can continue on, or I can progress the story a little further.
This is real fast. I want to. I do want to. This guy's piquing my interest. I like this guy. I'm gonna go up to the giant black dragonborn and be like, so what's your deal?
You heard of Shah?
I'm about to.
She's only the most important goddess in the world.
How so?
She brings in the darkness and the night. And with the darkness and the night, everyone can keep safe.
Any chance she has giant glowing eyes?
I mean, it's possible. I've not seen her.
Exciting.
Say, I really liked your purple Eldritch Blast over there. Have you seen this before?
And I'll hold up my holy symbol, which is a round circle. It's black, completely black, but with a purple ring around the outside.
I kind of reach out, like something about it. I want to touch it. I reach out and just kind of like, I'm like, I have not seen this particular kind before. In my studies, of course. And I kind of gesture to the wizard's robes.
Don't touch it yet. That's how I bless people, and I'm not so sure I want to bless you yet.
Understandable, understandable. Wouldn't want to be giving out blessings for free, you know?
No, plus I have to rest after it.
Oh, completely understandable. Can I do like just a general investigation check on him if I can tell what kind of person I'm dealing with, like paladin or like what his vibe is?
Yeah, go
Would I be
ahead
able to
and do an investigation check to look for physical clues, or an insight check if you're looking for like body language and tells.
I'm gonna go for physical. So let's go ahead. I'm looking for physical. That was an investigation. All right, so this is a +3. 15 plus 3, 18.
18. All right. I would say with an 18, you can definitely tell that he is a man of structure and order, which usually comes from some sort of militarization. With talking about gods and Shar and a holy symbol, you can safely assume most likely a cleric or paladin under a very strict what's the word I'm looking for? Religious code.
I'm gonna kind of slide close to you real fast and go. You'll never believe what I saw about 2 miles away from here on our journey in.
What's that?
Just a slaughtered family on the side of the road. Bunch of raiders. Must have gotten to them while their backs were turned. Really makes you think, doesn't it? Man, what we could have done to help them if we'd just been a little sooner. You know, maybe we'd been traveling that way, you know? I don't know. What are your thoughts on all that type of stuff?
Yes, that is unfortunate. Perhaps they should travel at night. It's much safer.
I couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. Well, good night!
So tell me,
No, if you want to ask a question, go ahead.
So tell me, what is it you want to know about red eyes? Why do you seem so interested in that?
I don't know. You know how sometimes you have those weird dreams? My friend was having this weird dream, and he kept going, like, oh, I'm asleep, and then red eyes keep staring at me. And my grandma used to tell us a story about this demon who used to come up from hell and blah, blah, blah. But long story short, he would stare at you through your dreams so that you would die a horrible, painful death. And I was just wondering if maybe she was responsible for that. I was just trying to connect dots. It was just something my grandma used to say. But, what is, it's an old lady story. I thought it'd be kind of fun if you were like 100%. And then I'd be like, that's who grandma was talking about, But at the end of the day, it's really nothing. Just a question, if anything.
Okay. I understand. I think.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it, Just out here looking for answers. Well, good night.
Good night.
anyone else before this night comes to an end?
All I can say is while I'm not talking, see him in the background looking for a tree, and just start punching it. Just punching the tree. Until he gets tired.
I think Ariana would be sitting by the fire with her veal, just playing like a very sad, like, just dirge of a song. Without any words, she's not saying anything, but she's staring around at everyone while she plays kind of awkwardly.
Down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. Down, 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 down.
So a longing, lilting tune floats through the air. It brings a sense of calming, but sadness, like a gentle repose, like letting go of a loved one, is the sensation that kind of falls over everyone. Probably not the best to fall asleep to. Probably a little sad. Might make you long and wonder the past. At this time, eventually everyone gets tired, hunkers down. The different NPCs of that you've all been traveling with, they offer to basically stand watch, so you guys can all get a full night's rest. Don't have to worry about setting up shifts or only getting a short rest or getting interrupted or whatnot. So any spells that you would have cast if that happened in your adventures, they get refilled. But this is where the DM adds some fuckery. When you're all asleep, there's no dreams. You're all very, very, very unconscious. The sleep of just pure blackness and like no time has gone by. You'd closed your eyes and it was just darkness, and then when they open again, it's due to the sound of, you hear some scuffling, maybe some clanging in the distance, and then a door shutting. And you will all awaken in cages. Now, because I've added this fuckery, I'm sorry about that word, since I've added this GM muckery, you will all get inspiration, since none of you got a chance to defend yourselves in this storyline event. So I'll mark down inspiration. You get that one free reroll for any check. And what you see about you, who has dark vision?
I think I do. Give me 10 seconds.
Lizardmen do not, if I remember correctly.
No, I do not. I don't think I do, but maybe it's with the thing. Give me 10 seconds.
Right. Check your
just continue.
thing.
Yeah, just go ahead. You can continue.
I do.
I have dark vision also.
All right, so everyone has dark vision, and
I do not.
Okay. So when you all begin to open your eyes, you feel extremely groggy and sluggish, and there's like an ache that emanates throughout your entire body, but precisely like weird spots. Like one person's got like and you guys can choose amongst yourselves, but like there's a wrist that seems to be more swollen, an ankle, a side of the neck. They appear to be, for those of you with dark vision, they look like swollen stings, some sort of bug sting. You in the dark.
Is that little half elf, no, what was he? Halfling. Is that little halfling with us? I guess I wouldn't know. I'm blind.
No, your sensations are the noises of the scuffling and the little bit of clanging around. There's also the smell of mold and mildew, moss. It's very dank
The air is the air is moist. You do hear the occasional in the distance. The rest of you, with your dark vision of 30 feet, can see that you are in an excavated chamber. It's all stone work. There's columns that kind of surround the area, and you're all in cages. You're all kind of circled around a center fire pit that is unlit. There's also some stacked crates around the area, and then you all start to hear some yapping. Who here speaks Draconic?
Uh?
I figured one of the lizards would.
Yeah, I think it's just him.
You hear in Thalgris, you hear in the worst guttural, backwards Draconic you've ever heard. And these tiny little voices. Ah, belly full, so good, so good. Can't rest. Big Gray will make us work. Can't rest. Must look busy. Yeah. Look busy.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, I also speak it. We're good.
Okay. But the rest of you hear, like, barks and yips that all that, that noise I already made earlier. But that's what you two, lizard folk, or scaly folk, hear. Is
so if I recall correctly, there was a half elf with us, right?
Turnbuckle.
Yeah, that'll be me.
In Elvish, I'm going to repeat out loud what they said.
Do you speak Elvish?
I do indeed, baby.
I'm double checking with the turnbuckle.
Yeah, I speak Elvish. Hey, my mama speaks it, so I gotta speak it too.
And I'll try to mumble in Draconic as well, because I'm pretty sure our big friend over here would probably do it. So I'm gonna try to whisper in Draconic, hoping he's also nearby.
Roll a deception check for me.
That is charisma. Let me take a look at what my charisma modifier is. I'm pretty sure it's pretty good. Oh no! Aha! I have swindled you. My deception. Oh no! My deception is a 18 with the modifier of +2.
Oh, that's great. So yes, you very subtly and quietly whisper in Draconic to the cell not too far from you, though you don't know what direction to whisper. But give me, Thalgris, can you give me a perception check?
That is a 19.
Perfect. You hear him just fine. So you do hear, under hushed breath,
These guys sound a little backwards to you?
Yes, I can see them. They're not exactly, up the food chain, should we say?
How many can you see?
go ahead and roll another perception. We're just going to switch over to here.
That is a 5.
All right. So, you heard 2, but that's all you can make out right now.
With my unlimited dark vision, how close is everybody that is in the cage?
So, all of these cages here, they're
about 10 feet apart from one another.
So, I'm going to start saying a little prayer to Shah, holding out my holy symbol, and I'm going to grant everybody within 10 feet of me unlimited dark vision for 10 minutes.
All right.
That's my boy.
And I'm going to be kind and just swap places so that way the one person that doesn't have dark vision actually gets hit with the spell. So yes, you guys are all technically in these cages.
Are these cages suspended are they just like on pillars, or are they like suspended by a chain?
They're on the ground actually, and give me a perception roll.
I got a 16.
You notice that as you're examining the cage you're in and trying to figure out like what exactly, how are they set up and how are they locked, you notice that the bars, the very cages themselves, they're made of bones.
Yeah, that seems about right to me.
It's not unsettling at all.
I try to push it over with me still inside.
Okay. Give me an athletics roll. 8. With 8. Yes, you still knock it over. Craddle, 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 craddle. It falls around you. It jumbles and bends, but does not break. You are now prone on the ground in a cage that is bending as you try to rattle your way out of it. The cacophony you've made has brought the attention of the creatures near you.
Is this cage big enough for me to stand up sideways and roll, or no?
No, it is, it's pretty much to the shape of a person standing, an average person standing, and only about as wide as one. So you couldn't hamster ball your way. I mean, you could still throw yourself into a barrel roll, like laying on your side if you wanted to. But the when it comes crashing down, this small little lizard-like dog creature comes running up. And the lizard folk will understand the... God, this one's so stupid, can't even stay standing up. Give it a few pokes. Poke it hard, poke it hard. And it just brings in a stick and just starts prodding at you. No damage, just poking and prodding at you.
In Elvish.
Can I grab the stick?
Oh, okay.
You wish to grab the stick?
Sorry.
Make an athletics check. Oops.
21.
Oh man, that's gonna be way better than whatever I'm gonna roll. Oh yeah. So, 1, 2, 3 pokes don't even occur. As the third one comes in, you grab the stick and snatch it away.
I'm gonna...
Expletive deleted.
I'm gonna talk to him hey, you. If you wanted to, if you want to take us on, why do you do it like this? Well, bring it on like a man. What do you think you are? Good. Scared? Scared of this little man?
In Elvish. Okay, in Elvish, I want to just whisper to you. They're a lot dumber than you think. Follow my lead. I'm gonna shove 2 fingers as far back down my throat as I possibly can and force myself to vomit.
Roll a medicine check?
Okay. Let me see what my modifier on that is. Oh no! 12 minus 2, 10.
10's enough to make yourself vomit.
Okay. I'm vomiting on the floor. I'm going to yell as loud as I can in Draconic. Poisoned! Poisoned! I've been poisoned! And I'm just going to keep yelling it over and over. And then, every now and then, I'm going to throw in a spoiled meat. Spoiled meat!
Ooh. Roll a deception check.
Now this is where I shine, baby! Please shine, please shine, please shine. 19 plus 2! Yahoo! And there it is on the screen, too, so you can see it. There we go.
I'm honoring the trust system.
Well, you know, now you don't have to trust me.
So, you start yelling, spoiled meat, poison, poison. Immediately gets the attention of the one that's been poking and prodding. And then there's shuffling and movement, and now you can all see what you're surrounded by. And yes, who can guess what these are?
Bad news!
Kobolds!
Punching bags.
Punching bag. So they all start to move from their positions. One was looking over here at this little pile of gems. That pile of gems represents a bunch of gear and supplies and backpacks that have been kind of piled together. The, let's see, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 kobolds and 2 winged kobolds.
Can I roll a performance check to hold my throat while going like in my cage and slump against it as though I am dying from being poisoned?
Roll a performance.
You got it. And my performance is a... Okay, alright, we can work with that. Oh no, we cannot. 5.
Can I assist with that? How far away is he from me?
So you are here. In this
With my
cage.
inspiration, I reroll.
Do you wish to use your inspiration?
with a-
First, how do you propose you're able to help?
I was gonna use prestidigitation and make it look like more vomit was bubbling up out of his maw.
I
like
love
you.
that. Roll with advantage now.
Alright, we're just gonna... Alright, here we go. Do. Okay, that's an 11 on that one.
An 11. 11, you say. Whoops, sorry, I've got chords mixed up here. Got to untangle.
You know what? You help me out. What do you think? Should I take the reroll? I'll leave it up to you. I'm letting you call it.
All right.
I think take the reroll.
Alright, we're doing it. We're going for the reroll.
Oh, all right.
This one's for a couple marbles.
Inspiration burnt.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna say these suckers fall for it hook, line, and goddamn sinker. That's a nat 20, baby.
Ooh! Then I don't even need to roll. I mean, it's a skill check. Technically, I have to. But yeah, no, I rolled a 12. All right, so... the sputtering and spew and bile that emanate from your mouth as you're choking back and grabbing your own throat. All of a sudden, you see before your eyes more vomitous mass flow from your face, which you didn't do. And with a glance out of the corner of your eye, you can just kind of see the little waggling of the fingers. A little bit of magic from a distance from one of your caged compatriots. As you fall back and gutter and moan and blark, the couple of the kobolds will go to your cage. And with their long poles,
Hey! Hey!
And they start poking.
This one dead! This one dead! Gray one won't be happy! Go get Gray one! Go get Gray one! Hurry! No, you get Gray one! No!
While they're arguing, can I take this opportunity to make a sneak attack?
If you wish to begin combat, does anyone else, while this is happening, have any actions that they would like to try to pull off before the combat engages, as it were?
So there's the dude that's right in front of the lizard folk, right? Can I roll my cage and squish him against my cage and his cage?
Okay, we can set that up during... Because I'll basically let you all have a surprise round for an attack. But if there's anything else, any other hijinks you wish to perform before actual combat engages, let me know. Okay! Would everyone please roll your initiative?
$19.
I got 13.
5.
I'm going to go ahead and add that D4 to it, because I got a 3, so I'll use the D4. And that's a solid 4. So I will be at a 9, right? 3 plus 4? No, 3 plus 2 plus 4. Yeah, all right, yeah. 9.
Marlo, what did you get again?
19.
19, thank you. I knew you got highest, just wasn't sure what the number was. All right, now I gotta roll for these buggers. Have at thee! Yeah, that's adequate. Okay, so for the surprise round, it was going to start with Marlo.
Yes. So I open my mouth and it starts moving incredibly fast, and I'm just like I'm in a Japanese Godzilla movie, and then the whispers, these whispering sounds kind of come around and seep past everyone and go to the one nearest me. The kobold, I guess, nearest me. Yeah. And I cast Dissonant Whispers.
All right, and is that a saving throw I need to make?
Yes. Wisdom saving throw.
1 wisdom saving throw. And what is the DC I need to beat?
Oh, God, where's my... It always throws me off to see... 14. Sorry, I'm like, where did they hide this on D&D Beyond?
The creature actually got a 15.
Oh, boy.
So as you start to gibber and whisper, and your lips move faster than your mouth can actually move, and the utterance flows past your lips and enters the ear of the creature, shakes its head like it's something bad got up its nose.
It's a half on the failed saving throw.
Oh, all right. Give me some of that dams.
So I rolled 15.
Oh, for damage?
Yeah, it's 3d6 psychic damage.
Ooh. Okay.
I love it. It's like my favorite.
This one's the archer, and you said 15 damage on him.
But then it would be half of that because that was my total roll.
Oh, okay. So still,
Yeah.
that's still 5. So he shakes his head, sniffs a bunch, and then keeps kind of pawing at the side of his head, drops his crossbow, and just keeps kind of scratching at the side of its head, and then starts shaking
and twitching, and then everything calms down. It's like, what the? My head! And then he just, eyes roll in the back of his head and just slumps to the ground. Blah. One dead kobold.
The sweet release of death is yours, friend.
Alright, so next is Art. Turnbuckle.
Like, I see that. If I was able to see that one fall, I'm just gonna roll it. Gotta roll it as far as I can, all the way up to that one, and crush him in between the two cages. And as I go, I'm gonna yell out, "Wee-hoo! Shot on a rocket tonight!" And just roll it over.
Heck yeah. Roll an attack with advantage. Because no one saw that coming.
Woo! Live action. The turtle man.
Is it just straight? Is it 15?
15 to hit? You do hit.
Yeah.
So it is, technically, improvised weapons are normally 1 damage plus your strength bonus, but I'm going to add a d6 for kind of like just the overall impact of damage. So go ahead and whatever your strength bonus is, +1 plus 1d6.
That's gonna be a 4.
4. So you smash into him, and you've now pinned him against the wall, and he screams out in pain. I need you to also roll another athletics check for me.
Dirty 20.
A dirty 20 is enough. So you've rolled and spun out and crashed into the kobold, pinning him against the other wall. But the impact was so strong that you broke out of your cage and the bones had snapped. So he is no longer pinned, but now there's just debris on the ground where your cage used to be. And you are prone upon the ground, but so is your opponent. The debris of your cage is going to count as difficult terrain for movement. Next, we've got Steven, the demon.
So, the two that were arguing in front of me, I'm just going to look at them and go, man, don't you just hate it when this happens? And Eldritch Blast the nearest one right in the chest.
So there's the one that's directly in front of you, and then the one that was hurt and pinned and is that was pinned and is currently on the ground prone.
Ah, the fresh meat.
The fresh meat. All right, going after
The fresh meat.
Go ahead and shoot that freshie for me.
All right, that's going to be an 11 plus 4, 15.
15 hits.
All right, and we're doing Eldritch Blast. That's a D10. And in the words of somebody, skirt. That's going to be a 4.
4 damage as you blast him point blank, and you just see the eyes widen and as the eyelids then burn from the face, and there's just a big smoldering, charred impact upon its face. There's just like friction burns. The purple smoke is just rising from your victim, and he just like kind of staggers back a little bit and clutches his face, still screaming, but is not down, is not prone, is still standing.
In Draconic, I want to look him right in the eyes and go, oops.
Oops! All right, and Sticks.
So whichever target is unhurt at this stage, I'm going to look over in that direction and again start muttering a few words under my breath to Shah, and you'll start to see a silvery dark light that is shadowy in effects, and it will leash out towards that creature with my sacred flame.
All right. So you're trapped here. So it looks like the unarmed or an undamaged kobold is this one here, or this winged one here. There's also a winged one here.
Winged one.
Which one, the red or the white?
We'll go the white.
All right. So the one closest to the cave entrance here, next to the broken pillar. Go ahead and let's see. That's a dexterity saving throw for me.
Yeah.
All right. I rolled a 14. What do I need to beat?
He passes.
All right. So you say your prayer, and a flash of green flame comes billowing out. Well, wait, sacred flame's any flame, right? What color? Describe your energy for me, my friend.
Silvery shadow,
That's right.
dark light. Yep.
That's right. That's right. So as this sheen of Samuel L. Jackson lightsaber, a purple light and shadow with black and silver streams comes dancing out, and this flame, it almost absorbs the light around it, if it wasn't already so pitch dark. And as the flames leap towards the kobold, it jumps back and flutters its wings and takes to air and hovers for just a moment, enough to dodge the flaming attack. That was our surprise round. Unless there's any like movement or bonus actions that anyone has that I'd forgotten to bring up, I apologize.
Quick question. Since I'm on the floor next to the dude, can I give him a quick jab to the face?
You'd already used your attack action, but this next round you can totally do that.
Since I'm using the monk for it, I technically have a.
Oh yeah, no, you can totally offhand punch him with your monk.
I'll punch him, yeah. I want to like on the ground, basically just like still laying, just gonna smack him in the chest, like.
And since you're both prone, you're both at disadvantage, so it comes down to an even roll.
I got a 17 for the hit.
17 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll me some dams.
I got a 5.
So you've rolled, smashed into him. The whole cage breaks around this impact, and he like stutters and starts to crawl, and you just swing around with a back fist to just cold cock him right in the top of the head. And his head bounces off the ground, and he lies completely still.
This is what you get. This is what you get.
Okay, now, top of the round, the winged kobolds actually have the highest initiative. This one is going to fly overhead of you, there, Art, and while you are prone, it's going to drop a boulder onto you. I'm guessing a 22 hits you.
Yeah.
Just making that assumption. Okay. You take 5 damage as this rock falls and impacts your chest.
I'm gasping for air pretty badly now.
So it flies over and sees you in your weakened state and drops it straight onto your chest. And even though you try to catch it with your arms, it still falls heavily onto your chest, and your already impacted self begins to truly feel the weight of this, and the breathing becomes tough. It then ends its movement and lands on top of Steven's cage, Turquoise's cage, and plants itself there, high up, just out of range. Then the second one. Where are you? There we are. It's going to plant itself over on top of this one here. And it's going to attempt to throw its dagger into the cage of the Thalgris. Oh, wait, that's not Thalgris. I apologize. That is Ariana.
Oh, hell no.
But you do have partial cover due to being in the cage. I'm guessing a 19 hits you.
Yeah.
Man, these guys are just doing hot. Take 1 plus. Take 4 points of damage as the knife flies through the air and sinks deep into your leg. And it also looks like this knife is made of sharpened bone.
Bone knife in the leg. Yeah. No,
Notorious for diseases, uncovered bones are.
But Ariana, it is now your turn.
I think I would react back to this rude boy who just did this thing. So I start slinging these curses in this horrible abyssal language at him, calling him a scaled loser, and his mother was never proud of him, and his father was a gelatinous cube, and just like ridiculous stuff. So he has to succeed a wisdom saving throw or take 1d4 psychic damage.
Yeah, that's an 11. I fail that. 1d.
Yeah, so 1d4 psychic damage. I'm not sure if I said 4.
Oh, go ahead.
No, let me grab. I'm not sure why it's not giving me.
Reminds me never to get on your bad side.
I'm a little offended by all the, racial comments about, scale types, but, I'm going to let it slide because we're in a bit of a situation on this one.
That's 3 damage, and he has disadvantage on the next attack roll.
Nice. As you utter these curses at him, there's blood that starts to kind of drip out the nose and ears. You could say that this winged kobold looks bloodied. Which, for those of you at home, that means a creature is at half health or lower. All right. Now it's the... Oh, do you have any move actions or anything you would like to try to do?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. It is time for the regular kobolds. Let's see. That one's dead, and that one's dead, and that one... Oh, yeah, that one took a front facial blast. So he didn't like that much.
He's busy, dog. He was like, let me reevaluate some choices. So you're picking up dice.
Turquoise, tell me, does the 19 hit you? Uh-huh.
Oh, if you want it to.
All right, and Turquoise, you take 4 damage as this stick with a scorpion tied to the end of it sticks you. And you start to feel sluggish and gross, and it feels very similar to how you woke up. But it feels like you've already had enough of it in your system that you're no longer susceptible to the sleeping poisonous sting of this scorpion. But now you know how they got you.
Okay.
You all got stung in your sleep and went night-night.
All right. So let's see. That was that one. You've killed the other two. So this one here. Oh, they do move 30. All right. It's gonna head towards the where it saw this eldritch or this endarkened flame cast out, and try to rush up. And it's going to throw a handful of stinging centipedes. AKA, I'm just throwing a dagger, but it's fancier. I'm guessing a 13 does not hit you, Thalgris.
No, it does not.
All right, so this guy comes running up, big old handful of centipedes stinging around, and throws them, and they just kind of plat against the cage and your armor, and just kind of hit the ground and scuttle away. Top of the round, we're back to, or not top of the round, sorry, after the kobolds, it is Art. Turnbuckle.
Oh, I never win.
What? Oh. Let's see. I had the winged kobolds. I had Marlowe, regular kobolds. Then it's Art, then Steven, then Styx.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought R was at the top. I apologize. Continue.
I'm stuck, so yeah. Sorry, kind of gasping a little bit for air and I'm gonna try to push that boulder off of me and see if I can push it towards our little magic friend's cage and see if I can knock that one over.
Oh,
Or maybe
okay.
crack it, see if I can help.
All right, so you're going to use the stone on your chest and hurl it into the cage to break open turquoise. Go ahead and roll an athletics check for me. Or an attack roll, whichever's going to be better for you.
Both pretty much the same.
Okay.
But let's see. I'm gonna use the inspiration for the second roll because yeah.
Burninate!
That's a 11.
11 is not quite enough. So,
Wait.
oh,
So did the D4. I saw that it was something that said I could do a D4. Add a D4 to it. Can I?
add a d4 for what now?
Never mind. For the to the no, never mind. Don't worry about it. We'll keep at the 11. It's fine.
Okay. So you throw the boulder off your chest and into the side of the cage, and it hits the cage and kind of cracks in a couple of the bones, but not enough to to break it all apart, or enough that would help. Not enough room for someone to wiggle out. So it's cracked. It's like kind of embedded into the cage. You didn't not help, but it doesn't do quite what you wanted. And you still have movement and your bonus action.
So I'm gonna stand up, which will be right. That's half my movement.
That is half your movement. And there's no enemy right next to you, so no attacks of opportunity.
Are there any enemies near our?
So, directly in front of you, using a 10-foot movement to get through rough terrain, you can attack this enemy here. Or you can break right out and another 5 feet and attack the one in front of Turquoise's cage. So you are literally between two enemies, like, easily within reach.
Alright, I'm gonna knock over Turquoise's cage on top of the other guy.
Roll an attack.
Wait. 21.
Oh man, he misses.
You definitely hit. and he only had 1 hit point left, so that's just that'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna farm some F's in chat on this one, boys.
Turquoise, can you give me a acrobatics or athletics check? And I need to do the same for the winged kobold hanging out on top.
Well, I'm gonna go acrobatics because my athletics is awesome. Okay, that's gonna be an 18.
Okay. So as this comes crashing down and smashes into the kobold, it don't kill him. He is now out for the count. Can you roll me 1d6 plus 1 plus your strength modifier there, Art?
Me? Yeah. That's a 5.
That's
altogether,
enough.
So it's a 3 plus. Yeah.
So it does break enough that you, Turquoise, come tumbling out on the other side. So I'm just going to move all this. You're on the other side here. And more rough terrain. But you are also now, you rolled a really good dex, so you're able to roll and pop up out of it, and you don't end up prone.
Fantastic.
All right. Yeah, that takes care of your movement and your 2 attacks. Perfect. That's a well-executed turn. Now it's your turn, Steven.
All right. There's still a flying one that's dropping boulders on people, right?
Yes, the flying one. He did end up making his save and getting out of the way, but he only lands nearby. So he's like right there on top of the box, kind of staring eye level with you.
I'm gonna look over at I believe it's Thargus, correct?
Mm-hmm. Who's right next to you in that cage?
Yeah. And I say, want to see the sparkly hands again? And I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast on the flying guy, and we're gonna kill him for sure this time.
Blast away.
All right. And rolling the d20. That's a nat 20 plus 4.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Roll your damage twice.
That's 2 d10s, correct?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
And that's going to be a 7 plus a 6. 13 in total.
So, Art tosses this boulder, then tips over, grabs the cage, smashes on the ground. Turquoise tucks and rolls and pops up onto his feet out of it. The flying winged kobold lands on a perch after also dodging it. And turning, you want to see some of those shiny hands, and you turn and place your palm, and like a Dragon Ball Z character, you just blast full force, and you see the silhouette.
Ame, get fucked.
You see the silhouette of the winged kobold as it just slowly starts to deteriorate bit by bit throughout the blast until there is nothing but cinder left. You more than doubled its XP. It has no body left behind.
I guess he had to take this meal to go. I dropped to 0 hit points and died.
You still have movement, by the way, if you'd like to take advantage of that.
Yeah. Is there an exit?
There is an exit.
Noom! Skirt, boys!
All right, with your movement of 30, you can get just to the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to the door, and it was fun. I really liked our good friend Thalgus. He was large and scary. Shout out to Marlo. You made me vomit. That's pretty cool. Art, pretty badass with the thing where you almost killed me, but I like it. It's been nice knowing you guys. I'm out. Best of luck to you.
Thalgris, it is now your turn after that little outro.
Enough is enough.
You'll see as Thalgris reaches forward, grabs hold of the bars, and uses whatever strength he can muster to break them apart.
Roll your athletics or strength check or an attack roll, whichever is going to be the best for you.
That would be an 18.
Shattered. Just shattered just between your hands. Just... Done. Just not even an issue. There's not even enough debris at your feet to make it rough terrain. You've literally just shattered the bars apart, so it's just scattered bones all about, as opposed to like a central ruin. And you are free. If you'd like to use your move action, or if you have a bonus action of any kind.
Just don't run so fast. There's more to be saved here.
And that would be my turn.
All right. Top of the round, we'll go to the winged ones. Well, it's just the one. All right.
And what happened to that other one? Who knows?
Who knows? All right. So flying right above you. So I'm just going to place this over your character, and flying right above you is the flying kobold, who attempts to drop a boulder upon you. Does a 17 hit you?
No, it does not.
Ooh. Question. Is that what is your AC without a shield?
Good point. That would be a 16.
Sorry about that, mate. Yes, all of your gear is currently still piled over here, except for the armor that you're currently wearing on your body. Let's see. Dropped rock. D6. Ooh. That's 9 damage. How you doing?
Yeah. I'm fine. Just a scratch.
That sounded really BA. I'm fine. So yes, this the flying kobold comes just soaring down and drops the this boulder in its hands, and then it kind of stays hovering in place, and it hits your shoulder, and skids off the chainmail and the tabard and falls to the ground, and you didn't move much. I mean, that hurt, but it didn't phase you. All right, and
Consider that a weapon attack.
It is a weapon attack, yes.
And has he got my weapon?
He does not have your weapon. All weapons and armor and extra gear is piled here where this treasure is.
I do have an ability to use a reaction when I'm hit with a weapon, but if I don't have my weapon.
I mean, you always have your fists as weapons as well.
Then I will make an attack in vengeful assault back to him.
Ooh, how does that work?
When I take damage from a creature in range of a weapon you're wielding, you can use your reaction to make an attack with a weapon against that creature.
Hey, how about this? The boulder that he dropped and hits you, you want to throw it right back?
Definitely.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Definitely.
Oh, all right. Go ahead and roll. Is it an attack roll that you get to make?
Yes, it is, yeah.
All right, yeah, go ahead.
Welcome to Dodgeball 101, you flying bastard.
Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
If you can dodge a rock, you can dodge a ball.
He ain't gonna dodge it.
up the rock, and it was a bit more than a scratch because I dropped it straight on my toe.
Oh no! Oh no! Okay, what is your strength bonus? Actually, I'm just gonna be nice. I'm just gonna do just the straight D6 of the boulder. You only take 2 points of damage. I had to minus some.
A little bit of blood from his toe somehow.
Your boot is a little soggy. Okay, now it is Ariana's. Oh, if there's any movement you would like to do, you can still try to, like, move from this position.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, Ariana, what would you like to do?
So the bloodied one that was on top of my cage, is that one still there?
This is, let's see, the bloodied one. Yes, this is the bloodied one. He's flying directly above, Thalgris.
Oh, okay. Wait, let me see. Range.
You are about 15 feet away. Okay.
I'm gonna continue with my insults at that one because it's perturbed me. Your girlfriend is a gibbering mouther. Your father is as ugly as a basilisk. just reaming him on this. So let me see.
In Draconic, I yell to Thalgris, "Bro, the scale hate!"
This is an abyssal, so can you guys understand abyssal?
No, but I'm still sad about it.
By the way, nice shout out to the gibbering mouther.
Yes. My favorite. Yeah, so wisdom saving throw. And
Nat 20.
Oh, rude.
So you start spouting off this stuff, and it looks over at you and says in broken common, in broken abyssal, "Me not know what mean." Apparently, this one's a learned one. Any movement or bonus action abilities?
No, I'm still trapped, right?
You are still trapped.
Yeah.
Actually, here I'll just fix that and actually pop you in it.
Yeah, I don't really think there's anything else I could do. I'm stuck. I'm not a very strong boy, so I don't think I would try to break out necessarily.
I just love the idea that it's just like you inside of a cage. Hey, O'Connell!
Warriors, come out to play!
Chink, chink.
Funny story, he did that because his own bullies used to do that to him and it freaked him out. So when they called for the scene, he's like, wait a minute, I got an idea. And he runs off to a dumpster and they're like, what is he doing? And he comes back with the beer bottles and displayed it for them. They're like, sold, put it in.
What is he doing? Working through some shit.
Right? Okay, after Marlowe, we got the regular kobolds, who's finally in range. He's gonna turn to the one that's been killing his buddies and head over to Art.
Oh, thank God.
All right, turnbuckle. Jeebus. I need different dice. They keep hurting you guys. It's 19 on the die. But luckily, he only has a dagger.
Ow.
F's in chat.
That's 3 points of damage, my good man.
I'm on the floor.
So this kobold finally runs up, gets in the middle of the fray, sees his fallen comrades left and right, and turns and looks, and sees that this half-elf, broken and bloodied, and he runs up with his knife and shanks him in the stomach, and His eyes roll up into the back of his head, and he passes out and falls to the ground, clutching his wound. And Turnbuckle has fallen unconscious.
Good thing you have a cleric.
Sorry about that. Drat, and it is your turn. Go ahead and make a death saving throw for me.
Right now?
Yeah, it was your turn next. My bad.
Nat 20.
You pop up with 1 hit point. So you
Just like
you clutch the wound, you drop to the ground, lay down, and just cough, sputter, and your eyes roll forward, and as second wind comes over you.
All I see
So
is
glad to
Randy
see I
Marsh
inspired you.
coming up and going, I didn't hear no bell.
Way to go, Art. Dang. So, technically that's it's supposed to be at the end of your turn, and it's supposed to take up everything, but I will let you have your movement if you want, but I will recommend against moving, or against standing up.
Run, Forrest! Run!
Can I roll away from the guy who stabbed me?
Yes, you can roll 15 feet.
Then I roll away.
Which way would you like to roll? This way, that way?
Down here by you, we call this the gate of getaway.
I'm gonna stay probably closer to my neighbor over there. See
All
if
right.
he'll,
So we'll get you
help
rolling.
me out.
Let's see, to your neighbor that's over here. So we'll get you rolling to about here. Wait, 5, 10. Oh. There you go.
Is that where?
Because you were here and getting you closer. Because you'd have to roll through the opponent to get to your closest comrade. So it'd either be like, or you can go straight towards the door, where Turquoise is.
Run, Forrest!
I ain't planning on running. Daddy didn't teach no quitter. So I'm just gonna.
Mine did!
Every now and then I'm gonna just keep trying moving towards the big guy.
Thalgris. Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably a good safe distance there. Then, after Art miraculously woke up, so good, it is Turquoise.
As I reach the door, I realize that the creature from my dream, whatever it may be, told me to get stronger. And ooh boy, nothing's gonna make me stronger like blasting some heads. So, the fella who did so much, uncomfortness to our good boy, Tharlgus, I forget your name, I'm so sorry. Thalgus, I'm gonna blast him with some Eldritch Blast. Unless he's dead. Then the guy who shanked our other good friend, Art. I forgot his name.
Turnbuckle.
Turnbuckle.
So yes, the flying kobold is still alive, and he's floating directly above the head of Thalgris. So yes, you may take aim and fire. Your Eldritch Blast is, what, 30 or 60 feet?
We are filling time, so it's not weird. 120.
Oh God, you took, okay. Wait, isn't that with Eldritch Spear or something? Or, oh no, that is base. Oh wow, that is base. Okay, yeah, no, you have no problem shooting that distance. Go ahead and give me a blast.
Lord of the Dice, please let this look cool. Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20 is still a 20, and that still hits, and it's still good in my book. Go ahead and give me that beautiful damage.
All right, come on, D10. Come on, D10. Do an all-natural 10 so it can look as cool as the last one. I'll take a 9. A 9? Can I blow his brains out?
With the 4 hit points he had left, yes, another blast from the distance and another vaporized being.
Just get Kurt Cobained, son!
Looks like he's not going home to his gibbering mouth girlfriend.
Oh!
Oh!
Okay, so... and you have movement, and if you have any bonus actions, go ahead and use those.
Bye! I'm gonna continue out the door.
Okay, and then we will have you move 30 feet out the door. I will have you technically out of combat.
Yay!
All right, Thalgris. You have some ash and cinder drift like snow upon your brow.
How many are still alive?
The one that shanked our good boy. This guy, who is right next to you.
Okay.
You should have been running from the start.
And with that, I'll take a great big deep breath, and I will use my breath weapon against him.
Is that a attack roll you make, or is that a saving throw I need to make?
Saving throw, you need to beat a Dex 14.
I do not. I rolled a 5. And what is this, poison breath?
No, it's acid.
Well,
It'll be 5 acid damage.
5 acid damage is what you need for a regular kobold as you take a step forward and just lean out and bellow forth a great pyre of acid. Please, how do you do this?
In just one big breath forward with as much anger and venom as possible, just...
After the pools of bubbling ichor finally pass over the kobold, you find that there's only bones remaining and sloughing flesh like the end of gremlins when they're tossed in the water and electrified. The combat is officially over. Congratulations.
Yay, team!
You survived a bunch of kobold slavers.
We'll walk over and break open the cage, or try and break open the cage that Ariana is in.
I will give it to you. So the Dragonborn just kind of turns around, walks over.
Thank you, kindly.
You're welcome.
Someone help me up. Hello? Someone, please? Ugh.
He does not look good at all.
And on top of that, he's also bleeding.
I took a look down at the pile of blood that's forming at my feet, and I'll look over at Aaron, and I'll cast a Cure Wounds.
Upon yourself or Aaron?
No, at Aaron. He gets 2 health points.
That's not dead.
Sorry, that's 4 health points.
So, he steps over to you, procures his holy symbol, his disc with the outer trim of purple energy,
and says a small silent prayer. And you know, you feel good. I mean, you don't feel great, but you definitely feel better. It's like the words, I don't know, taught you the mysteries and the secrets of how to dull pain in your mind. Almost like it helped you heal yourself.
How you do that? It don't hurt no more. How do you do that?
It's the power of Shah. All things come from Shah.
It's a healing spell.
That's all.
It's all. You know, walk over to the pile of crap in the corner, everybody's crap, and grab my viol up and start tuning it.
Oh, you can tell that they were definitely playing with it.
Rude.
I will cast.
Sorry, I will cast one more Cure Wounds on myself.
All right.
There's 3 health points back.
Okay. Amongst not only your stuff, you do find that there are several crates that have been like slightly already torn open. So at a quick glance, you can tell that these are mostly like digging tools and some kind of like the hardtack, some basic food, some basic travel rations, and the whoop.
Sorry, I'm back.
Okay. And the there seems to be several tunnels burrowed throughout the walls, but they're all for tiny creatures. Like you could put your bodies through them, but you would be at a crawling pace. But then there's the one major exit that you know that when Turquoise opened the door and fled, some light did shine through. It looked like natural daylight. And for you, Turquoise, once you exited outside and you kind of like get your bearings and, you know, block out the light a little bit because, you know, your eyes have been adjusted and magically attuned to see through darkness. Your eyes readjust and you see that there's another camp very similar to like what you have. There's a handful of cages, also kind of broken and torn open, and a couple of more kobold bodies, like another group of kobolds are also kind of slain and tossed about willy-nilly upon this small battlefield that's right outside of the one you just exited.
I'm gonna hide.
Roll a hide.
Okay. And bada! That's an 8 plus whatever my hide is. 8 plus 11. It's an 11.
Okay. You are hidden, as far as you can tell.
I'm dead.
The rest of you inside, what do you do now that you've healed yourself a little bit and you've kind of looked around and gotten your possessions and kind of gained an understanding your surroundings?
You think that's good?
Well, is that center? Is that like a center fire pit or something in the middle?
It is.
Can I walk over there and grab a few of the burning sticks, having like some torches with us?
Now I need to point out that the fire is out, so they are just kind of charcoal tipped logs, basically.
All right. Well, then I want to scrape off the charcoal and kind of put it in my pouch. Just keep a little dust in my pocket for a little bit.
So you said there's like holes. There's like holes in the wall.
Yeah, there's several burrows, basically small tunnels that enough for like kobold to comfortably dig and tunnel through.
Mm-hmm. Anybody up for some crawling?
Well,
I mean-
we can, but why?
If they captured us, they maybe captured others, and maybe there's more stuff to find.
Tobin.
Oh, hell, you're right. Our friends.
They are nowhere to be seen.
You know, the foreman can handle himself. He's real good. Almost beat me once. Or maybe let me beat. I don't know how. Maybe he let me. I don't remember, really. Hit me pretty hard, though.
Also, what happened to the wizard?
Do I see anything?
While you're hiding in a shrubbery next to the laurels, very nice. You do not see any movement. The only thing that you can hear right now is just like the rustling of natural life, like there's animals scurrying, there's birds flitting about, but there is no obvious movement as of yet.
Can I go investigate around the other one? Because they were talking about going to get the big gray one.
Yes, go
wanna
ahead
see
and
it.
roll an investigation. Sorry, I have a train going by my place.
Okay, that's a 17 plus whatever my investigation is. I think it's a plus to the investigation. Yeah, +3, so unnatural 20.
With an unnatural 20, and you're looking for signs of the big gray one, you do find that there are several footprints that look very different from the kobold-like tracks. They are definitely medium-sized creatures. It looks like there's several that obviously came from other people in cages, but one of them is a much deeper footprint, I guess you could put it. There had a lot more weight to it. A very wide foot pattern. A damn big wide foot with weighs a lot. Made a print right here.
Can I roll a nature, see if I can identify that?
Roll explain why nature. Convince me. Sell me on it.
Well, I just figure if you're tracking stuff, you'd probably go by that. Now, I'm assuming it's humanoid, so that would probably narrow it down to certain types of things, and from there, I would probably just go by the amount of toes. I'm a lizard folk, so if there were more lizard folk, which that would kind of make sense, a lizard folk in charge of kobolds, I'd be looking for a lizard folk type of foot. However, it could also possibly be dragonborn. I don't know, something that would take over a kobold nest. So I'm just kind of thinking that it's probably slightly smarter than a kobold, so probably a humanoid, slightly smarter than a kobold. So, but also a little dumber than your average run-of-the-mill individuals, because, again, they took over kobold. So I'm assuming tracking in this case would be the closest thing I could get without just being like a private detective.
Okay. Roll your nature.
Okay. And 9 plus 1, 10.
It is a booted print. It's a booted foot. So you cannot tell by a toe pattern or a spread, but you do know that it definitely came from someone who has access to footwear or cobbling.
Do those footprints look like they were in a fight with the kobolds?
They give me a survival check or
Okay.
investigation.
I'll go investigation because investigation 16.
It's hard to tell. It definitely looks like it was part of the fight. you could probably assume that it was an antagonist of some kind or someone who was with the kobolds, you would assume, just from its placements.
All right. I just took out 2 with 1 shot. I have temporary hit points for killing those 2. I'm feeling pretty powerful.
Feeling pretty good. Those of you
I'm gonna yell, Big Gray! I'm gonna kick your ass! Where are you?
Do we want to go till when do you guys want to wrap this up?
I don't know. I feel like I just did it. Yeah. It was humanoid. I figured I could take it.
Okay, so you rolled real big, and I rolled a 20 on my a nat 20 on my perception to hear you, because I run with everything random. So, let me just This is
I'm either gonna impress the shit out of that monster in my dreams or really let him down. There's no in between on this one.
All right. I'm just going to kind of wing this board up because I wasn't really expecting this, which is players. Thank you. But they had a similar setup. Making stuff up on the fly. Okay, and we're going to say, we're just going to assume that you came out from there into a clearing. So, that's... And you yelled out, "Hey there, Big Gray, come on out." And from the wood line comes what looks like a shaggy dwarf. But this guy looks hard and seasoned, and he looks like he's been working in like the coal mines because his skin is ashen and like soot, and his beard is like a light gray, like fresh ash and snow that had mixed in the air.
I gotta hand it to you. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty impressed there, Big Gray.
You doing all this?
Yeah, I did. But that's not really why I'm impressed. I'm impressed that you convinced these idiots to follow you. I mean, most people can't convince a kobold to stop pissing on themselves, but you managed to organize them into a well-formed militia. I'm impressed. It takes a pretty solid leader.
Are you saying you're gonna serve me? As he takes a step forward.
I don't recall saying I'm gonna serve you. What I said is it's impressive you got a bunch of no-brain, numbskull idiots to follow you. Now, what I want to know is why kobolds? Is it because you couldn't get someone more intelligent? Or because you didn't want someone realizing that you weren't that great a leader after all, and the kobolds kept that nice low IQ?
They're a cheap, sustainable workforce that breed like rabbits.
Oh, I like a capitalist. Now, I do have one question for you. I take it you're doing this for monetary gain. You seem to be taking a whole lot of stuff from all these travelers, making a lot of scratch. Is that the gig? Is that what I'm getting? You know, you're piling up all their belongings. You're feeding them to the kobolds, no harm, no foul. Couple travelers go missing on the road, and Big Gray makes a couple extra dollars to go spend in town. Am I scratching the itch here?
Scratching just the surface. As he takes another big step forward. And he's
you're coming.
Yeah, he's coming right up on you now. He's looking up at you from his squat position.
You know, you're getting real close. And to that I say, why? You see, all that happened was that me and your workforce had a miscommunication. They captured me, and I was not pleasant. You know, I was pleasantly unhappy with the situation, and therefore, I just removed myself. However, being a man of business, as you clearly are, I think we can work our way out of this. What do you say, Big Gray?
Yeah, he hits you with a hammer.
Yeah, that's what I thought!
Where's my monster manual? There you are. Okay, so yes, this big mean dwarf got called out. All of those inside can make a perception check to hear if the conversation going on outside. And you're all able to have at least one move action. Or at least like one full action, so you can do like double movement or a movement and an action to get yourselves prepped up for this.
I rolled a 13.
Same.
Natural 20.
Woo!
My boy got my back even when he's not supposed to.
Okay, so Thalgrus, nat 20, and it was 13 and 13 for I forgot Turnbuckle and Ariana and Steven?
Yeah.
Your initiative.
Oh no. All right. 8.
What was that?
8.
8?
As in less than 9, but more than 7.
Oh, I just kept hearing like you're Canadian. Okay, and that's turquoise. And let's roll for my big bad. Hey, he rolled low. That's not so bad. That's not so bad. He goes last. But he still gets to hit you first.
We're gonna be okay, boys. I'm gonna be okay.
Said destroy the land. Oh, I guess I can pop the bard out of their jail cell. Okay. Okay, take 8 points of damage there, Turquoise.
Ooh woo. In the words of Christ, that her did it.
Yeah. So yeah, he just like you're talking to him, and he's been walking up to you, and he's just had his hammer down to his side, and he just like upswings it and just clocks you right on the chin, and it kind of sends you reeling back a little bit. Top of the round will go to Thalgrus.
Inside, you will see Thalgrus spot what is going on, and then calling upon the powers of Shah and using thaumaturgy and speaking in Dwarvish.
Begone, little man. This is not the place for you to die.
So you get to about the doorway, and you shout that out with your thaumaturgy, echoing your voice to almost godly proportions. Do you wish to make an intimidation or persuasion or deception, depending on how you truly felt about your statement?
I was trying to be intimidating.
Intimidating, all right.
Well, I rolled a 3, and I have a -3, so it's a 0.
So you come billowing out, but you're so angry, and you just let out this guttural, voice that you say it in Dwarven, and it's downright intimidating if it was intelligible, but you came out too fast and just kind of mumble mouthed it on accident. Man. But yes, you're right at the door there. Then it is Turnbuckle or Ariana, and when it comes to ties and initiative in 5th edition, you guys actually get to choose each turn who goes first.
You can go ahead.
Okay. I am gonna step out, pull my lute around and give it a strum. This and out of it comes this sort of very infrasound, deep, sort of rumbling, rather than what you would expect as some sort of melodic sound. And I cast Earth Tremor.
What's the distance on Earth Tremor?
Oh, 10 feet. Gross. I don't think we're close enough, right?
No. You are still inside the building.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was 30 feet to move out. Well, was 30 feet move me out?
30 feet gets you... Oh, sorry, I'm hooked on a bunch of garbage. Gets you right to the battlefield.
Oh, okay.
So he is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet from you.
Ah. Okay. And then forget that idea. Yes. Then we are going to use Prestidigitation and make a huge, what looks like some sort of ghostly figure pop up right next to him in an effort to kind of scare him away.
I'm not sure Prestidigitation has the oomph for that. I think that's more of a minor illusion spell. Let's we double check and read the spell again. I know you can do a myriad of things with minor illusion, but I believe for anything bigger than a handheld item, because you can make little handheld items, or you can do illusion signs that are kind of any size, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I was kind of coming from the first bullet point, which says you create an instantaneous, harmless sensory effect, such as a shower of sparks, a puff of smoke, faint musical notes, or an odd color. But that may be a little bit more
you could do an imitation. You could probably do a small imitation of a will-o-wisp, something of a smaller nature.
It's probably not very intimidating. So let's nix that too. Let's go with...
Good ingenuity, though.
Dog, just pull up a chair and watch me die.
Yeah, there we go. So let's go with... Yeah, so we'll do Disguise Self. So I strum my viol and play a sort of weird disjunct kind of sound, and the notes sort of become almost you can see them, and they start to whirl around and change my appearance into let's see, make myself about a
What was that?
Make myself about a foot taller and look like an orc, a burly orc.
Okay.
And then give a roar, my best attempt at a roar, and take a charging stance. Is that too much?
Okay. No, I would say that your action's to cast the spell there, but go ahead and give me an intimidation roll on top of that.
Sure.
Either intimidation or deception, whichever's going to be better for you.
Oh God. I rolled a 13 for intimidation.
13 for intimidation. All right, let me check. You have transformed into a big burly orc. 13. All right, and let's see. That's against my. Oh. So you see his eyes kind of go wide, and he kind of takes a half step back. It's like, whoa. We had an agreement. Though he says that in Orcish, and does anyone speak Orcish? No. All right. So he basically goes,
Yes.
So after Ariana is turquoise, or wait, no, I'm sorry, turnbuckle, because you guys went at the same time.
Yeah, I'm gonna run out also. So I'm gonna be right. Should be right by her at this point.
20,
Or
25, 30. You're also at the doorway, because the last thing that that Ariana had said was that she went and retrieved her gear and was here. Everyone else is still in their original places. But you're at the doorway, so you can see out there. If you wish, you could use your action to double move, and you can get fully out the door if you want, or if you want to do something from here. Because you're literally like just 10 feet from the opening to right where Ariana is.
Yeah, just double the movement. It's just.
All right. So where do you want to end up? Because let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So you can get to like right up into the combat if you wanted. Or you could fall back. Like, I don't know where you want to go.
Yeah, put me right there.
Okay.
Right there's good.
All right. Do you still have a bonus action, right?
I do, but I'm just gonna be right there and just yell. Want to yell at the dude and be like, "What the hell is your problem?" And just like, that's it.
You got out. Turquoise.
Well,
Oh, sorry. What were you saying?
why'd you put us in there in the first place?
Just grins at you toothily.
Are you just lonely? You know, you gotta talk to these little things and not talk to people like us? Is that what the problem is? We can be your friends if you want.
Well, I say we reunite them.
And with that, it is Turquoise's turn.
I would like to cast Toll of the Dead.
Oh, nice.
Wisdom saving throw by our good friend, who I'm hoping is dumb as a box of rocks.
That is a 14.
Alright, I'm gonna go kill myself. Thanks, guys. It was fun playing.
No
yeah.
half damage or anything?
Nope. Hold on. Let me cheat. Yeah, no, he's fine. Oh, wait. Oh. Can I meant to do Witch Bolt, but you know what? I already did it. Disregard. Alright, never mind. It's fine. This'll end in my death, but it's fine. It's fine. We're gonna be fine.
We're gonna be fine.
Everything's fine. It's alright. If I make it to my next turn, I'll definitely cast Witch Bolt, and it'll totally work, and we'll be okay.
You still have movement, and if you have any bonuses.
Let me see. Maybe I might have a bonus action plan up my sleeve. I don't. We're gonna go with. What? Oh, there we go. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Okay. And is that what I think it is? Damn it. And damn it. And damn it. And damn it. Oh! Yeah! gonna use Hungry Jaws.
And Hungry Jaws is?
It's a bonus action, and in battle you can throw yourself into a vicious feeding frenzy. As a bonus action, you make a special attack with your bite. If the attack hits, it deals normal damage, and I gain temporary hit points. 2, exactly.
That's the lizard man. Go for it. Make that attack.
Come on, baby. This is a strength attack? Question mark? Yes, probably.
Strength or dex, I would say.
Oh boy. Huh? Oh boy. I'm gonna die. Goodbye. It's over. Yeah. Oh, don't worry. You're all gonna have to riot. That's a 9. I'm gonna say this dude probably a little better off than a 9.
Yes. And
Well, thank you so much for having me here on FeatherFall. It was okay.
you lucky son of a bee. That's a 4 on the die. That is still only an 8 to hit you. I miss. So
There is a god, and he's not very funny. This is cruel.
a little funny.
This is like watching a cat play with a mouse.
I mean, I could watch cats kill mice all day.
Lots to unpack on that.
Just a little sadistic, just a scoosh.
So you attempt to cast your magics upon him, and you find that the energy, as it escapes you and tries to inflict upon this dwarf, it just washes off of him like water off a duck's butt, and he just gives a shrug, rolls his shoulders, brings up the hammer, and then just swings wide, and you just narrowly just do a nice lizard duck. The lizard instinct took over your id, and dropped low enough just to miss the hammer. And you survive this round.
It's all right. We got a round after it, and that one will go exactly how you think it will.
Thalgris, you are 10 feet from the door.
With enough space to actually get up in melee range.
Yes, you will get just enough. You basically muzzle past 2 of your friends to get there.
Pull out my warhammer, and I will tell him in Dwarvish again.
I thought I told you, now is not your time to die. And I'll swing with the warhammer two-handed.
Well, don't speak too soon.
That is a 16.
That just hits.
For 7 points of damage.
All right. So you come up and brace your hammer with 2 hands and smash it against him, and he brings up his hammer and blocks it, but not enough as the rest of the force comes down and still drops it and hits him in the head. So yes, he takes that full brunt of the 7. All right. And do you have a bonus or a do you have a bonus left to do anything?
Unless the bonus can actually pull out my shield as part of that action.
Yes, you can.
Cool.
All right. So yeah, you come up with your 2 hands, slam it down, and then bring up your shield. Something I also allow with shield users is that if you want to have an arm-strapped shield, it means that you don't have to worry about putting on and off your shield. But anytime that you use a 2-handed weapon in that turn, you will not normally have your AC bonus. So basically, it's just, do I want AC or extra damage? And you can choose either way between turns. Just to make it really fast and loose and easy for you guys. So yes, you've brandished your shield at the end of your turn. You're armored up and you are ready. Give him a good donk on the head, and it grew into a goose egg like in the cartoons. And next is Turnbuckle or Ariana, whoever wishes to go first.
I literally have no end game here with this illusion, this disguised self.
Do you want to go, or?
Yeah, I'll just like try to intimidate him again by just giving a raw scream instead of like acknowledging his words at all.
Okay, go ahead and give that a roll.
Oops, that's the wrong thing. Ha! 26. I have a 6 in intimidation.
Damn.
Yes.
So you bellow out in the deepest guttural orc fake voice that you can muster, and once again he kind of staggers back, and he's like, "Bragato Brahma!" Like he's trying to reason with ya, and you have now caused disadvantage upon his next attack.
He's still gonna hit, dog.
I mean, he might hit a dog.
Ooh, he's that kind of villain, huh?
Gotta make him two-dimensional. And do you wish to do any movement or any bonus actions there, Ariana?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take a couple steps forward and stomp hard and stand and go.
Like there?
Yeah, that
Okay.
sounds good.
Standing abreast with the pugilist, which is now the pugilist's turn.
I finally noticed that there's a huge freaking orc right there. Like, holy fuck, cool. Friend. Oh, friend. Okay.
Friend.
Then I reach into my pouch, which I put the ashes. I'm gonna run towards the dwarf, and I'm gonna try to slap the ashes into his eyes.
Ooh, all right, all right. Attack with advantage.
That is a 15 plus. Is it just like a regular attack? 'Cause that'd be plus.
So advantage just means you roll d20 twice and choose the highest roll.
Oh, yeah. The highest one was a 15, but that's plus my regular attack, which is like
Yes.
as a plus 3, so that'd be 18.
Yes, you hit. So you come running in, and he's already harried and being flanked now by you. And he turns to like look at the new combatant, and he turns to look at you, and he just paf right in the eyes, a bunch of soot and ash, and he blinks through a good chunk of it because he seems like the type that's used to soot and ash in his face quite a bit. But you have added an extra turn of disadvantage. So now for 2 turns in a row, he will have disadvantage on all attacks.
And I'm going for a sucker punch as he's ordering back my second hit.
Heck yeah. 10 does not hit him. Did you roll with advantage? You do have flanking. Every little bit. Anything with the advantage?
No, yeah, it's still a 10.
Oh, drat. So no, so you puffed him in the eyes, and he kind of blinks out of it, and he's having a hard time, and then you go in for a sucker punch, and he just opened his eyes back in time, and he lifts his chin up, and your fist gets a full batch of beard, but no actual contact.
You're pretty good.
Turquoise. You are next.
You know what? I feel like the odds have turned in my favor. And I kind of want to, I feel like I've already shown that I'm a real tough guy to everyone. And because if this fails, I'm dead anyway. I'm gonna waltz over to him and spit blood right next to him and touch my hand to his shoulder and say, just so you know, the hammer tickled. And, I'm gonna cast Witch Bolt. And, we're gonna miss, don't worry, but we are gonna cast it this time.
And is that a spell attack or save I need to make?
Yep, it's a spell attack, so I'm gonna roll it. And it is a beam of crackling blue energy lances out towards the creature within range, forming a sustainable arc of lightning between you and the target. Make a ranged spell attack against the creature on a hit. The target takes 1d12 lightning damage. Anyways, let's roll it. Oh, all right. I pray. And here we go. Well, you might want me to go get my phone because I might have to send this to you in a snap or something.
What'd you get? What'd you get?
What do you think I got, dog?
It's either a 1 or a 20.
It's a nat 20.
Yeah! Go ahead and roll those damage dice. Double them up. 2d12?
All right, 2d12s. Please roll high. Please roll high. And... one full 12 and a 1.
The lob averages.
Just the true neutral of the hit.
So as you spit the blood, pat him on the shoulder, the hammer tickled. As this bolt of energy emanates from your hand into his shoulder, and pulling your hand away, the arc of lightning still attached to him, jolting and sizzling him, and you see that the wound erupts on his shoulder and blood starts pouring out over him, and he is definitely, most variably, bloodied, but still standing.
Oof.
Well, you know what? He's got all these new people to hit. Who is he gonna hit? Who is he gonna hit? Who's he gonna... Yep, sorry, Steven.
Yep, it's all right. Just let him wind it up. Pure unadulterated power right back at me. Here we go, boys.
Actually...
All right, chat, get the torches. Get the torches.
Let's see. So, he starts winding up his hammer, and he swings back, and he starts going towards you, and then he disappears. But you all still feel the rush of movement. And may all three of you take an attack of opportunity as the invisible dwarf is trying to get away.
Actually, I can do so that Witch Bolt attack is every turn.
Oh, it
I can use my
attaches.
action. Yeah, I can use my action to deal 1d12 lightning damage automatically.
So, yeah, he ran away 30 feet.
And that is the exact range of this spell. So I can hit him with a d12 if you want.
Oh, I'm sorry. He only runs 25 feet. Everyone else does get to swing at the including you, if you wish, as a reaction to hit the invisible opponent with disadvantage.
I'll bite at him.
You already used your Hungry Jaws move, which I believe is once per rest.
Yeah. Does it have to be a bonus action? Because I do just have a bite attack.
Oh, yeah, you could just use your bite attack, yes. I thought it was directly linked to Hungry Jaws, my
Oh, no.
So yes, Thalgris, Turnbuckle, and Turquoise all can get a free swing, but with disadvantage when attacking.
Nat 1.
That'll be fun. I'll deal with that in a second.
I got an 8.
Got an 8. And what'd you get, Thalgris?
16.
Thalgris, go ahead and hit do some damage.
This is 7 for 11 damage.
So...
Oh wait, I have a question really fast.
What's up?
I know it's kinda late. Since he has an ash in his face, does that go invisible too? Or would it still be like kind of flying around where he's running?
That is a very good question. There's still ash on him. Which
helps identify him, but will still make it difficult to hit him. It would still be disadvantage. But I would make it so that you could track where he's moving to, and he's not completely invisible. But it doesn't quite matter, as you see this little smudge of dirt on the eyes as this movement runs away, and a hammer just swings out and just clocks him alongside the head. Or, I mean, you describe it, sir. How do you want to do this?
You see him start to move. He will just basically call out,
Not today.
and swing around with all might just at whatever he can hit. Whether it's the middle of his body or whatever, it doesn't matter. He's just going to hit.
You concave his skull as his corporeal form shows itself again as it slumps to the ground, dead in its failed escape. Congratulations, everyone. That, I wasn't expecting to have you guys have the emergency boss fight. Thank you, Steven.
Yeah, no problem, dog. I'm just here to really ruin shit.
But that was all planned. That was in the book, and I would like to say that this is probably where we're going to wrap it up. It's 10 o'clock on the dot, so we did pretty good for a 3-hour session. And at the beginning of next game, you guys get to roll on the minor magical item chart, because you defeated the Dark Dwarf, which was like an optional thing. So everyone, this is our first session at its end of the Gateway Wars, and ladies and gentlemen, what did you think so far? All right, votes of confidence. Thanks, guys. Not self-conscious or anything.
Great.
It was awesome. All these characters are really interesting. I think it's gonna be a wild one.
Honestly, pretty shocked I made it to the end of this.
Yeah.
Me too.
Certainly thanking myself that I'd actually thought to take Spare the Dying.
Oh, nice. That's a good cleric. Yeah, honestly, I wasn't sure about how many creatures to throw at you, but since you had a literal cleric on the team, I figured I could be a little rough, just a little bit. So besides the
Kill myself. the rock took me down to 1 health point. So
holy, yeah, wow.
Wow.
and
Yeah,
that's
I'm
with
down to 2, boy.
That's with a +4 con. So
And once between now and next session, I will tabulate all the XP that you'll have gotten for this session, and I'll send it to you. And if you guys level up, go ahead and do that in the in-between time, and we can talk about those changes when we get to our next game. I will let you all know that the all of those associates and teammates and everything that were with you were the cages. So your Sherpa, your Acolyte, your Farmer, your Foreman, and the horse. They had all been boned. They.
You hate to see it.
So they're all dead. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
I knew he was useless.
All right. So, would there be a way for me to figure out that was the foreman?
I would say, yeah, after the combat, anyone who decides to actually, do some investigation, some medicine, you guys don't need to roll these, but you eventually find that's oh, hey, there's these piles of, rags and clothes, ex-clothes, and you'll spot, yeah, no, this was his belt, or this was, this is the shirt that, he
he always wore, and it has that pit stain, that particular pit stain. Like, whatever it is, you do find markers and evidence of the deceased.
I'll just take his belt and I'll put it on like on my like kind of like a sash.
Okay.
And in remembrance of the foreman.
Oh, Spirit of Knowledge, are you still there?
Nope. I
Yes, I am. Sorry about that.
Can you please tell me what the foreman's name was?
The foreman's name was Brahmin Thorfist.
Brahmin Thorfist will be forever remembered by the Spirit of Knowledge.
The acolyte's name was Torben Phyllis.
Now, we don't need a complete list of the dead, but at some point, if you ever wish to do that, that'd be fun. Thank you all for joining us for our very first game of Gateway Wars, and thank you to my wonderful player base, who are all brand new friends to me, and I'm very happy to have you all along on this journey. And I'm really excited about next week, you guys.
Thanks for having us. Yay!
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Don't worry, chat. The riot has just been postponed by 7 days.
All right, everyone. Much love. Stay safe out there. And we will catch you all next week, Saturday, starting at, we'll try to get started at a hard 6:30 next week, Pacific time.
Can do.
All right, everyone. Farewell. Have a great one. Much love.